Testing, testing. What is the motherfucking deal? I know it's late night in the den. It's been a while since we done been in. A couple of days and whatnot. So we'll see what's shaking. Man, things, what's the deal? What is going on? Guess I need to update that or something. Okay, that's down low. Oh man, I can imagine you are a connoisseur. And being what I would have trusted, I probably don't even utilize mine as much, but I can definitely understand. But how have things been going? Well, first let's get this intro cracking, and then we gonna chop it up.
Smoke weed every day.
What's the motherfucking deal to all my friends in the den? I hope y'all having a good evening. Mr. Man Things, Brandon 335. Hope it's going down. That's what I gotta get. But like, is there like you can? Is there a way you can set the notifications? I get some Google notifications, and my shit don't. It only comes at midnight. So I don't know if it's like the way I set them up or whatever. But I get like a bunch of them because I get the sports shit, and or I started doing it like about a week ago. And they always come at fucking midnight. But what's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to the Kush Den. If you're not familiar with the Kush Den is a 420 friendly situation. But even if we're not partaking, even if you don't partake, you're more than welcome to join the conversation. And like I say, it's a free range conversation. All opinions, all thoughts are welcome, But just in case somebody decides to challenge your thoughts, make sure that you're willing to defend them. But like I say, no hard feelings, no harm done here. Everybody's welcome. So with that being said, we're going to talk about a couple of things, a variety of things. And what the fuck, why is it doing this now? That's interesting. A quick, I wonder if it's one of these bots I'm using, or if it's this. But again, I hope y'all all having a good evening. Hope everything is on the up and up. Let me find a little music, man. Let's listen for the city tonight. This is gonna be a sipping den, and we'll throw a little tray in there. You said I had AMD Ryzen 2 27 on my shit, and now it didn't come through. Delete the Google. Yeah, exactly. Think about that damn Google is it's crazy. I know. Let's talk about a couple of things. And I'm pretty sure if you talk about this, they'll probably come and try to ban you. But this channel ain't monetized. No, it don't matter. Never will be. not by YouTube standards, at least. Let me cut this down a little bit. But how do y'all feel about that situation with the YouTube shooting? I found that very interesting. I find like, and it was weird because I knew that when it happened. Oh, that was from the Spitz thing. When it happened, I was like, man, I know this is a disgruntled YouTuber who has had an issue with some type of monetization. I'm not justifying the shit. Not justifying it, and but not justifying it at all because it's like actually pretty fucking ridiculous. It doesn't get that serious. Unless you was just really making a killing and then YouTube just pulled a stunt. But there's a lot of people who were, and they just, you don't take that route. Turned out to be like a crazy lady. I was actually surprised that it was a woman. I thought it would have been a dude at first. But it was very interesting that whole situation. Let me make sure I got the right thing up. But yeah, I was like, man. Uh-oh. Hope them motherfuckers ain't trying to come back on me. Cause I was dealing with that shit last night. That shit was the worst. That shit was bullshit. Like I couldn't even enjoy the damn game. It was it was a personal issue. Like I said, so I don't want to go into it. I may talk about it at a later time, but I just want to say thank you. because it was very successful. Like I say, yeah. So it was a situation where that I may have had to, take care of some things, and that may have involved having to take a hiatus for a little bit. But now I don't have to worry about that situation, as of right now. So it's just good. So yeah, like I say, one day I'll get into it. Y'all know, because y'all know generally I'm pretty open with y'all about shit. It's just a couple of things, I tend not to talk about. Yeah, the shirts. Make sure you shoot me. And I don't know if you were in the den, if you not a den, in the sauce though, man. Thing. Shoot me an Addy and a size. Shoot your address and your size on any one of the little, however you get at me. It can be through text. It could be through any one of the social medias or whatever. And we're gonna make sure we get that. We're gonna get that action. We're gonna make sure we get some shirts shipped out. I'll make sure to get that laced up tomorrow. Just shoot me an Addy. Just shoot me an address and a size. Yeah, man. We're gonna take care of y'all. Like I say, man, all the love that was shown tonight in the sauce, man. Like I say, it's just, I just don't know, man. It's a whole nother thing, and it just shows me. It shows me that you may be sitting on something serious here. Yeah, you can text the sauce line number, just send it through that. I got you. Might be the most convenient way, but just seeing that love tonight, man. That shit it's motivation. It lets me know that there's a reason that this is going on, that it will grow, it needs to grow, it needs to be put out there. And it's like I say, I'm going to step some things up. A lot of these ideas that I've been sitting on and kind of holding back and just saying, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it, but I'm waiting for this. It's just time. It's time to do it, man. So I'm going to make that shit shake. We're going to make that shit shake, man. Like, it showed me today that I know I've been saying it and I mean everything I've said, but today just, and I'll be honest, man, like I was, I won't say I was, I was a little concerned, because I'm not going to say too many other off the wall things, but yeah, it was just one of those kind of situations where it was back against the wallish, and glad I didn't have to do anything stupid, but just to know that it's cool, man. It's cool. So, like, it could have went a whole lot of different ways. I'm just thankful that everything worked out the way it did. Just so everything will be kosher, everything will be good. Like I say, it was really a situation more so than anything of just bad timing, first of the month and paying bills, rent, things like that, and then you get hit with a situation, and yeah, things were just a little I had to use all the resources I had, and I was still a little shyf, and so the nation came through, man, and I'll be forever thankful. But let's talk about some positive stuff. Let's talk about some good shit. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about the movie Life. Nah, that's not what I want to talk about. But speaking of movies, what good movies are supposed to come out? Man, like I said, I don't know about y'all, if y'all are gamers or not and things like that. Now that I've been fucking with the Twitch, I guess I need to go ahead and finish Shadow of War, because they had a bunch of sieges at the end that you had to do like these fucking. I mean, honestly, you did like because it started off you would do one, and I think you had like one the first round of siege. Like you had to do like 10 rounds of sieges or 6 rounds, 10 rounds, something. But you had to like storm all these fucking castles and do all this other shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, yeah, you good. I got you. Now we'll see what's up with the other part. Oh, that's it right there. That's it right there. That's it. So we got a garage now. We definitely got the garage for the oh man. That's gonna be because I told you we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna pull up the garage. That's the shit right there. That's why I fuck with the nation, man. Y'all, man, I'm telling y'all, man, like I don't know, I ain't trying to be on no emotional shit, no other type of shit. But it's just like, man, I appreciate that love, man. Like yeah, this shit is cool. Uh Head to the garage. Yeah, look, we got the garage now. So when y'all see the garage, y'all gonna be like, oh shit. Let me say, are you interested in Avengers Infinity War? I am, and but the thing about it is like my deal is like I have a thing about watching movies and not like if they're like a sequel or if there's a line of movies that all go together or something like that. I haven't seen the priors. Then I don't know. I haven't I think I've seen one of the Avengers. I've seen Hulk. Went and seen Black Panther the other day. I watched Doctor Strange. Had to catch up with that. I've seen one of the Thors. And so I'm like, I'm sure I have a good enough idea as to what's going on. Was the Kindle Lamb All Pro? I don't know. Was that? Because we've been sending folks to the garage for for a couple of weeks now. That shit is fucking funny. The fucking garage, man. That shit is fucking hilarious, man. Okay, what you got? What you talking about? If you're starting a podcast tomorrow, who would it be with? James Harden. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's y'all don't. I mean, y'all. I'm in a good mood. I'm just looking at like I say, I ain't checked my socials. I'm just seeing all these things. It's just some love on the socials. It's time, man. It's time. It's time to really start making some real moves. It's time to step the notch up in the flavor, man. It's just, yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just, it is what it is. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of the flavor, man. Like seriously. Seriously. But I was talking about watching movies in order and shit. Like the Star Wars, I've never seen any of the Star Wars. Like I don't know anything about. I'm lying. I know some things about Star Wars, but I've never watched Star. I mean, we tried to watch that shit at junior high. They tried to have us watch this shit. Like music class or some shit. I fell asleep. Like I ain't watched this shit. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm familiar with Luke Skywalker. Everybody knows that. Luke, I am your father. I know that shit. Everybody knows that shit. But outside of that's like really honest, like the only thing I know about fucking Star Wars. Is somehow James Earl Jones is Luke's father. But I heard it wasn't like Luke. It was supposed to be something like, no, I am your father. Something like, that's one of those, what's that shit, the Mandela effect? It was one of those things. What's up, Brian? What's the motherfucking deal, man? Appreciate that love, man. Brian, come through again, the clutch, man. Sincerely appreciate it. Oh, that's why this shit ain't acting right. But man, like I say, tonight just showed that it's time to really go all in and take this shit to the next level, to where it can ultimately be. You know, and the only thing I feel like holding that back at this point is me with unnecessary beliefs that I place on myself instead of saying, you know what, let's go get it. You know, it doesn't have to be a certain this or a certain that for it to be good. You know, people gonna fuck with it if they fuck with it, and if the people get onto it late, then the people who get on it then they'll get on it then. But Trizzy, what's the motherfucking deal? Shit, I ain't blazing even. I'm just having a little scissor sip in my invisible cup so they can't tell what I'm sipping on. I'm gonna say most people say the prequels of Star Wars are trash, but I disagree. The recent Star Wars wasn't all that. Didn't live up to that. Like I said, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know nothing about none of the Star Wars, man. I ain't never seen those shits. Like, I hear about them. I know people go crazy over them. I know they supposed to be like some big. I mean, they're big franchises. I know that. I know people were upset about that Battlefront shit. I probably played more Star Wars games than I'd actually like watched the movie. Because I know. I played a little bit of that Battlefront, the first one, but there's one I want to say they had on 360. I think it might have been on 360. It might have been on Xbox One. I can't remember. But it wasn't Battlefront. It was under a different name. But that bitch was dope. Yeah. You know, say we gotta wash down the weed. Sip on the scissor. But man, like I say, it's a very interesting thing. You fucked with Star Wars? I've never, like I said, I just never seen like I hear people talking about them all the time. I don't know people say, oh, you gotta check it out. I've been there saying I'm gonna watch it, but I haven't. And Brian, I got one more episode to finish of Black Mirror, and I'm gonna start fucking with that. I'm gonna check out that Supernatural. I'm gonna check it out, see what you're talking about. You've been trying to get me on it for a while, so I'm gonna check it out and see what you talking about. Yeah. And I need to hear that too. Man. Oh man. You say go to Comic-Con. You think so? Okay. Oh, so you've been fucking with it since day one. When did the original Star Wars come out? Like I don't even remember. I mean, I don't remember. I don't even know. Shit, it might have came out before my time. Only thing I remember about Star Wars is the fucking, you know, the little thing how it scroll up in a galaxy far away, long time ago. Because you know, so many motherfucking platforms and or so many people that use that shit, you know, in little parodies and that type of shit. So that's why I know that. Already. Okay, just got that message. Okay, cool. Any new details? Man, I heard a couple of things. I was looking into it today, and I think they said they upgraded some stuff for like tampering with evidence and some shit like that. Because, and then I know old buddies, I think his mom was at court. I want to say they had a court date today or something like that. And basically, you know, the mom was like, you know, first she was saying it's an accident, but then if it's an accident, you know, why are you trying to, you know, remove evidence and stuff like that? Because apparently the laws got there pretty quick and then put some plastic bags on her hands or some shit and was trying to save the gunpowder residue or some shit like that. And then I guess Gal, you know what I'm saying, got up out the bags and was cleaning that shit off. So they tried to hit her with some tampering with evidence and some other shit like that. I think old buddy said something about he had surgery, but he's still unconscious. Like he ain't never came back to yet. So I don't I don't know about. I think they said he's stable. So we'll see what happens on the outcome of that. I hadn't actually seen the video. I saw, the news part, but I hadn't seen the whole thing. It was basically like some people, they was on Facebook Live, I guess, and they was playing with some pistols or something like that, and they was at the gas station. And I guess old gal, there was like two dudes, a dude in the back seat, and then a dude and a chick in the front. And I guess they was playing, well, quote unquote, playing with that hoe. And she aimed it at him and fired, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, I don't know the full details, but that's just from what I was able to catch. Yeah. Okay, he was talking. I hadn't heard the actual audio of the video. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, y'all feel like she really did that shit? Like, do you feel like it was a situation maybe? Do you think it was I mean, I don't know what their actual relationship was. I don't know if they was like partners or if they was cool or what that whole little situation between all of them. Yeah, it was here in the city. But I'm not sure exactly where. I want to say, no, as a matter of fact, it was, shit. I had read it and I can't even remember right now. Because I know I read it and I'm not trying to make sure I ain't say the wrong shit. But I want to say it was on the south side somewhere, huh, if I ain't tripping. She did it on purpose. When she first got to the car, she was yanking on the door handle like she was angry. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to go back and actually watch the whole video. The only shit I seen was, like I say, on the news clips where they was talking about it. They were saying some shit. I guess she was in court today or whatever. And they would just kind of show the point where she pointed her at the camera, and then like right when she turned, and she, you know what I'm saying, like looking at them, then they would cut it off and then review the clip or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know with this shit. I don't play with guns. Like it's just a whole play. Like, look, that's a tool. You know what I'm saying? You got to go do your job, man. Like that's a tool, just like your hammer, your nails, your wrench. You know what I'm saying? And everything else, your ratchet, all that good shit. I ain't with that playing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fuck around. The YouTube shooter girl was creepy as hell. She was a fucking weirdo. She was a weirdo. Like, I don't know if her channel got shut down or whatever. If they took, I'm sure they took it down. Of course, they take down shit for way less. I guess if you go up to the YouTube studios and start shooting, they're gonna take your shit down. That would be the obvious thing to do. Not to make light of the people who got killed, but you got to realize, like, a couple of things that happened with that YouTube situation. Man, they were talking about the police. The family say they called the police and told them, hey, she way out there. She's has no reason to go out there except for that she been talking about how much she hated YouTube. Cops say that. The cops released a statement saying, oh, the family, they never said that on the initial phone call, but then in the second phone call, they kind of mentioned something about YouTube, but it seemed as just, they just mentioned it like almost in passing. But the family says that they felt like they called because they felt like she was going up there to do something. They said she was at the gun range right before she like left from the gun range to go to the YouTube studios. And so I think that's suspect. I think it's really the cops trying to cover their ass, because just like with the school shooting with old buddy, the old buddy, they talking about that people report him to the FBI, and the FBI say that they couldn't find him. You know what I mean? Like, come on, y'all couldn't find him. Say this email was on the shit, man. Well, I don't feel bad for him. I mean, because just like I wouldn't feel bad for anybody else who messed up at their job. If that's a job you take, you got to be fully competent. You got to treat everything as a serious threat. I mean, you have to in this day and age. You got to. People are fucking cuckoo. You know what I mean? People are crazy, and you got to think about some of the people who fucking just do things with no logic behind them. I think she got upset about the YouTube demonetization shit. I guess she hadn't reached that threshold because now it's 4,000 hours and you got to have 1,000 subscribers and shit. Yeah, that is too. That shit is crazy. That swatting shit. That shit ain't the lick. You get a motherfucker killed like that. You know what I'm saying? Playing games and shit. But it is what it is. If you sign up for that shit, you sign up for a job or whatever it is, and you know what entails, and I'm sure you know what goes with the job description. Now I'm not saying it's not a tough job, I wouldn't do it. I mean, it is what it is, though. But if you sign up for that shit, you got to be responsible for that shit, just as anybody else. And that's why, like, a lot of times I don't get why cops get let off the leash. Not saying why people just and you a human being too. You don't get no special treatment for that because there's a lot of shitty cops out there, man. There's a lot of dirty, crooked motherfuckers, and the ones that's not dirty or crooked. The ones that are actually probably decent, they know some dirty, crooked motherfuckers. They don't do shit about it. So, I mean, if I'm guilty by association because I might be hanging with somebody who done some shit, or I'm in a car with a motherfucker who stole some shit or whatever, that I'm guilty by association, why ain't they guilty by association? That's all I'm talking about. Hold on. I feel like, as a cop, you should be held to a higher standard, not a lower standard. You know what I mean? And what I think you get a lot of now is like, I don't knock them. I mean, you choose your role in life. Well, I don't say you choose your role in life, but it is what it is. But the thing is like, you got a lot of it now. What I think a lot of this shit is now, I think back in the day, it was hate. What a lot of motherfuckers was getting shot, niggas getting killed and beat up in the streets and all that shit. It was hate. They was just beating niggas up. They wasn't just killing them. Now, I feel like it's fear because you got a lot of incompetent cops that get hired. You know what I'm saying? Keemstar got swatted, still won his Fortnite game. That's wild. Say if the next few years this country's placing state of murder, I wouldn't be surprised either. It's just crazy. Motherfuckers getting crazy. And I feel like the shit we're doing with these newer generations is off the wall. You know what I mean? But with the laws, what I'm saying now is that you see all these people, they lower their hiring standards and all this other shit. And so now damn near anybody can become a cop. You go to any town, anywhere, you're going to see we're hiring, shit. You see it in the HPD doing it all the time. We're hiring, come, and so that mean I had a homegirl, bitch I used to fuck with back in the Gap. You know what I'm saying? And I was clowning her ass. I said, oh yeah, you gonna let me bust you up, Mrs. Officer? But she was talking about she was gonna become a law. Like, I'm like, damn, standards low as hell. Your ass like, who you go stop? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, the thing is now you got people who aren't qualified. I mean, we ain't, it's a whole different conversation. There's levels to the conversation, but just talking on the up and up, you got a lot of people who aren't qualified to protect themselves, much less to be trying to call themselves protecting anybody else. Yeah, and it's just like it's a bunch of fear. Like old buddy who killed, what's his name in the car? That dude was a coward. That dude was a pure coward. The dude who killed Philando Castillo, pure cowardice, dog. Like he don't need to be on anybody's force. Pure coward, dog. Like, so that shit say drama alert. Nah, I never watched Drama Alert. What is that? What's that Drama Alert shit? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of craziness, man. Like I say, I ain't feeling sorry or feeling bad for them. I mean, you choose to do that, you know what goes into that. But at the same time, again, I feel like if you're in a position where you have power over people, you got power over the public, then you should be held to a fucking higher standard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shit. Oh yeah, Tamir right there. That's what I'm saying. Like a little kid playing with a motherfucker. Sounds like shit. What the fuck fell? Yeah, man. It's like it's crazy to me, And then you had the one who killed a suspect talking about I love this shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of them, you got some of these motherfuckers. They're action junkies. You know what I'm saying? The thrill, the rush you get. I mean, Let's see if we can talk about something without going into too many details. But if you ever been in a situation where you had to take care of some things or do whatever, you know, there's a feeling that comes along with some of these things. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit that cops, when they kicking in doors, they getting that thrill rush. When they fucking chasing suspects down, it's a thrill rush, you know. But they have backup and protection, and so they know that. So it's like you get that rush, you get that thrill and all that, but you know you kind of have the odds are on your side, as opposed to a regular citizen doing any other shit. Shit, your ass go, you ain't got no backup. They actually killed a white kid. His kid's father was running from the police. Media called the black out monster. Sentenced 40 years. Are you talking about the one that was in the? Was that the ones that was in the back seat? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, his wife was the cop, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what you get with a lot of these cops too, is people who are friends with police think they cops too for some reason. Yeah, my cousin's a cop. Okay, I don't give a shit. What the fuck does that mean to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't, like, I'm not knocking it. It's a necessity. You know what I'm saying? Their job is to do what they do, and you hope that they doing it right. But it's a lot of these cops, man. They are criminals. It's a lot of them that are criminals. I'm not saying all of them, but you know, one bad apple spoils the bunch. It's not just, you know, hey, just a couple of bad apples. One bad apple is too many. Fucking, what you got to realize, I want to say in Chicago or Baltimore or something, it was literally, it's a gang. These motherfuckers are a legal gang, okay? Because it was motherfuckers. They was hitting licks. They was basically doing street shit, but they had badges. So that type of shit is like cowardice to me. You know what I'm saying, nigga? You want to do some street, go be a street nigga. Go get the streets. Do that shit without the badge. You know what I'm saying? Because they was motherfucking running up on motherfuckers, stealing dope, charging the fucking department for overtime, running over motherfuckers, kill people, like all kind of off the wall shit. It was like a unit of them. It was 5 or 6 of them. They had their own little gang affiliation and within the police department. There's some shit in LA a few years back. Same shit. They had some shit like getting tattoos for when they smoke suspects and shit like that. The mold, this, that, and I'm like, come on. So y'all telling me, like, y'all expect these motherfuckers to really be legitimate, unbiased, you know what I'm saying, and just, like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. I mean, let's just be straight up. Like I say, it's some motherfuckers that may be cool, few and far in between. I can't lie. It was a time on some shit. Again, not going into too many details, but shit, they took me to jail and some shit, and I had a sack in my shoe. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get the motherfucking shoe off, kick it off in the back of the car and shit, the cruiser or whatever, and I couldn't get that bitch for shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to the station, the little jailer untook my shit. Look what he's got here. And cop took that shit, man. He's like, look. He's like, you had forgot you had this, huh? I was like, hell yeah, I ain't even know that shit was in there. He's like, all right. Well, since you ain't give us too hard of a time, man, you don't even trip on it. Because they could hit me with some more contraband shit or whatever. That could have been some other shit, you know what I'm saying, being straight up and down. And shit, they let a motherfucker make it, man. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is crazy. This might be up top, but y'all see the video. Yeah, we was just talking about that. So at least we was just talking about the oh no, you talking about the one at the gas station? Yeah. So like I say, shit, I'm not saying, oh, he deserves a medal of honor for letting me make it. But in reality, because they was afraid, you know what I'm saying? Like, he even lied, because they was looking for me for some shit, you know? And motherfucker even told me, he's like, man, can't lie, we were out here about a couple of hours. We were kind of nervous. We saw your profile. I was like, hey, he looks like Richard Sherman. Like some old corny. I thought he looked like Ailey Lacey and, you know, some old stupid shit. But just because in reality, like, I was way bigger than them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing about that is, like, and I'm not saying I'm the biggest motherfucker in the world, but I'm a little bigger than the average, I guess, and or taller. You know, that ain't as heavy set as I used to be, but nor as wide. You know what I'm saying? Solid. But shit, they're still fearful. I can tell you, you know, I ain't saying like I ain't no fucking jailbird. I've been to jail a couple of times, you know, just little stupid shit. And every single time, oh, you a big old boy. Oh man, I'd hate to have to deal with you. Like, Yeah, I bet. Yeah, because your ass gonna try to shoot a motherfucker. You ain't finna deal with a motherfucker. You finna shoot first and ask question later. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I mean. I already know the mentality. And if your mentality is like that, because you showing signs of, I won't say fear. Of course, everybody has something. It's a fear out there. There's something will get your ass. If it ain't, another man, it might be a bear or a snake or some shit. It's something your motherfucking ass afraid of. Everybody got something that gets their ass. But if you got these kind of fears of dealing with this other shit, like, maybe you don't need to be on the force. Maybe you need to like enhance your martial arts game or something before you start doing all that. Thing that kills me is, I remember being in elementary with a chick. Both her parents were cops, and I remember it was like, because I think I got there in third grade, and I remember that because I think they were both cops, and I remember they'd come up and they'd pull up in the cruiser and come see her and do all this other shit at school. By the time we got out of fifth grade, both them motherfuckers were so fucking fat, man. Them motherfuckers were so fucking fat because laws, they get free food and shit like that. I'm telling you, they was in shape. They looked like in shape regular cops that by like third grade when I got there. But by the time we got to fifth grade, because I remember like fifth grade play day or something, they pulled up. Them motherfuckers were fat, dog. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely. I definitely agree with that because I remember a situation. It was a couple of years back at a Tractor Supply, and then a white dude came in. He was tatted all up, had a hoodie on, and you see some little face tats and all that other extra shit. Nobody budged. Nobody looked twice. Ain't nobody think nothing of it. Taller guy, maybe damn near my height or so. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing the cashier. I'm checking out or something. And then my cousin, he came in, and he had his hoodie on. He's a smaller guy. Little bitty guy, maybe $160 soaking wet. You start people looking like they nervous and start looking and doing like we're like, really? Really? It's like that? Like, it's more funny to me than anything, but at the same time, if somebody's caught in the wrong situation, it's not funny because it could be life ending, but it's a real thing. Like I say, shit. It's a real thing. A motherfucker can be look just as evil like they don't see it. But in the same way, I guess it's what you're used to, what you've been around, what your perspective is. What if I lighters on my dresser? Oh, you say it's like they're preparing the case for that? Yeah, it is though. That's what I think. I mean, hopefully old buddy survived. I don't know what all they tried to hit her with. I don't know what all they try to do. But you know what? Actually, that right there, it's worked out in my favor. It works out in my favor on occasion because I've had situations where they come in, them nigga got dreads and a couple of tattoos or whatever, and they start looking all suspect. And then I speak, say, hey, blah blah blah. Oh man, I never imagined that, that voice would come out and it was like, what are you saying? So you mean you judged me prior to knowing? You prejudged me as in prejudice? I be fucking with motherfuckers on that shit. No. Yeah, you did. It's all right though, because everybody does. Everybody's prejudiced, man. In some way, form, or fashion against some type of person, not justifying it, not justifying the shit at all, man. But, I mean, it's the truth, man. It's the fucking truth. So, I mean, even like, it is. Are you talking about the one where they said that, are you saying that the ex-white supremacist basically going anybody was scared? You're saying that like because they were afraid that if black people got a chance basically to turn the tables, that they would do the same thing to white people that was done to blacks when they came to this country? Something like that. I seen a video, something like that. I want to say the dude was an ex-supremacist in that video. You know what I mean? But again, I could be incorrect, or I might be talking about a different video. But my thing, man, is this. I try my best. I have my prejudices. I tell y'all, like, I talk all kind of shit. I talk shit about everybody, though. Okay, yeah. It's like I said, I seen it a while back. I talk shit about everybody. But the thing is that I've been fortunate enough to have interacted with all types of, with all types of people. You know what I'm saying? And so, honestly, like, when I talk shit, like, I mean, I guess, it's, I don't say it's harm. It is harm. I don't mean shit, but I'm just talking shit, the same shit I talk about everybody. Black, white, Mexican, Chinese. I use all type of racial slurs, but it's just funny to me. You know what I mean? Like, in the same way when people say shit, I don't take offense. I mean, you can't let that type of shit don't let that shit sway you, man. I know some people I know there's history behind these things, but at the end of the day, if you can let somebody control your actions, control how you react to something physically with just some words, then you letting people play you like a remote control, man. You can't, if it's not a threat, and you getting upset and mad because of something that somebody said, you don't give them that power, man. You got to be always in control of you. You make sure you make your decision, no matter what kind of triggers they try to put out in front of you. That's why I say, man, a lot of this shit, like, motherfuckers come on with like Jags fans, or I've had motherfuckers, who's this nigger on the fucking, I've had that type of shit in the comments. What's the motherfucking deal, Sean? What's going down, man? I was just talking about the garage a little while ago. That old dope. But like I say, man, I don't let that shit ain't gonna sway me, man. You know what I mean? Because one, if you've never been through some semi-real shit in your life, that you can't let the internet shit get you, because a lot of people, like I've talked about it before, a lot of people play the internet like a video game. Hey, I can get on this keyboard, I can push a bunch of buttons, and I can make people react to what I do, or what I say, and they treat it like a game. They don't see other people. They don't see the people that they fuck with on the internet as real people. I can't remember the word exactly, because a couple of years ago, about a year ago, I was doing some stuff studying about trolling and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, and why people do it. And it was just, there's a terminology for it, but it's talking about the psychology of a troll, and why they do the things they do, and how they react to stuff, and how they see things, and shit like that. Say, don't trip on that shit, dog. Don't trip on it, because I understand why. You got to understand people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no psychology expert or no shit like that, but psychology is always, it's a very, very interesting subject. Why people do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Understanding why people react to things that they do, I guess I used to, man, I'm telling you, like, used to not fuck with people. Didn't give a fuck about people. Then once I kind of started changing the table, started learning some new shit, and just got introduced to some new perspectives, I started having this passion for understanding, because I just noticed, like, a lot of people respond to things differently than I do. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm throwed off or something like that. But I would just notice that I didn't react to things like the masses or most people. And so I was trying to understand why. Is it, like I said, really, am I throwed off? Is something wrong with me, or is it something wrong with the masses? And that's what kind of got me into enjoying reading some of that type of shit. I got some fucking psychology textbooks and shit like that. I ain't got all the way through them, but just having books and shit around like that, man, like that type of shit is always good to know, so then you can understand why, people react to you the way they do. And then it makes it easier for you to resolve certain situations, or how to handle other situations, you can know what's shaking. So, yeah. But yeah, like I say, it's a bunch of wild shit going on in the world. I was looking for my boy Jay Diz to follow through, because he had shot me an interesting topic, and he was basically talking about, relationships on TV, black relationships on TV. But I look at relationships on TV as a whole. This is the society we live in, especially when you're talking about Hollywood, and how you was talking about Roscoe. You was talking about how, things are going down the shithole. Why is it, probably since, and even Married with Children, it wasn't quite like that, Married with Children was probably the last time that you saw on a TV show that a man actually stood up to his wife. Like if she was talking shit, he talked shit back. On these TV shows now, the women talk all the shit. The men are the dumb guys. They don't know shit. And they just, yes, honey. Okay. Yeah, I'm an idiot. You know, and it's like these motherfuckers never stand up for themselves. They never fucking, even Al used to get done bad, but, you know, at least he talked shit back. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's just like the dudes on TV shows, they just basically, I don't say they get played, but they get treated like shit. They just dumb. They go to work, make the money, you know what I'm saying, and shut up. Or they're always the dumb guy. Homer, the dumb guy, but that shit been around forever. You know, shit, even on the cartoons, fucking Peter Griffin, he the dumb guy. What show is there where the woman is treated in that manner? You don't see that shit, because if it existed, the fucking feminists would blow their fucking lids, and they'd be all over that shit talking about how it's misogynistic and the patriarchy and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? I am misogynistic. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If y'all, it's part of being a man. Like shit, I like bitches. I like fucking looking at them. I'm gonna talk about the shit. I enjoy the other shit. I mean, yeah, they petition to have it taken off TV, dog. And like, it would be some other shit. I'm honestly trying to think. Y'all let me know if y'all wrong. Y'all let me know if y'all can think of a show. But you say Tammy. What's Tammy? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. But like I say, shit. But the thing is, like, they motherfuckers, they would be mad. It would be a hissy fit, a nationwide hissy fit of angry feminists. You know, it is what it is. I mean, if people want to be feminists, I mean, it is what it is. If I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. Because I think a lot of people are trapped under the guise of being a feminist as equality. And I want to say that's the feminist I support. But then that's still in that same category with the rest of them. I support equality. You know, I want everybody to have equal access and be treated equally, have equal access to an opportunity. But equally, when I say treated equally, is given the equal opportunity. Because you got people who going to take advantage, and you got people who going, you know, they feel like they deserve to be equal, but they ain't ever done anything. Like, they have that sense of entitlement. You say Melissa McCarthy? Okay, I'm going to check it out. She been in a couple of things I like. She actually kind of funny. You know, she's had a couple of funny roles that I thought she was pretty funny in. I got a question. I don't want to make sure I'm not being biased, and I've asked certain women this too. How do y'all feel about female comedians? Says America too corrupted to have equality? Yeah, probably. But the good thing about America is that you can it is the land of opportunity. You know, and so if you want that equality, you can go out there and earn that shit. You can get that respect. You can get that if you want that. You know what I'm saying? You can be above whatever situation you were ever in. That's the thing about America, is the fact that you can. There isn't that caste system like some countries where you're born. Well, you're born to this level. That's all you'll ever be. You'll never be able to escape this caste that you're put in. You know, in America, you have classes, and I think America's issue is more class than, in reality, the situation in America, like race is an issue. Okay, let's not get that twisted. But class is the bigger issue, and what you had really in history is that, you know, and it was funny because I seen in the I stepped on my own trap in that video. Goddamn, I don't know how many times around I do that shit, but originally, like I say, when blacks were originally let go, there were a lot of successful black people once when slavery originally was abolished. I'm not saying that they were all rich, but I mean, you had people who were living well. Because I mean, shit, if niggas was doing all the work, who you gonna have working for you? Who's gonna be the best to get the job done? The motherfuckers who've been doing it. And so there's a lot of successful black people in history that you'll never hear about. You know, because it wasn't, got you, bitch. It wasn't no, they didn't have this great story to go behind it. But that's why I'd rather focus on, when people always want, I don't watch slave movies because I don't identify as no fucking slave. I'm aware of my history, but that was then. I'm not no fucking slave now. We can talk about 13th. We can talk about all that other shit. We can talk about these things and all that extra shit. But I don't approach that mentality because you have so many people talk about, well, we used to be kings and queens, but they never talk about that. All they ever talk about is they watching slave movies and how much they, man, fuck all that. You know what I mean? I want to watch shit of successful people. I want to watch shit with people who are about improving, about getting better, man. Like, it's all about progress, man. You gotta, nah, fuck, but I hate them things. I'm fucking watching this video, like I'm watching my own damn old videos and shit, trying to remember this fucking round. But, that's my thing, man. Like, so like, honestly, like, and I'm sure some of the movies have been good and people rant and rave about them. What was the Nat Turner movie? 12 Years a Slave. I ain't gonna lie, I did watch Django, but there was a reason I watched Django. But a lot of that other stuff, well, hey, look at me. I don't watch that shit, man. It's just not my bag. Like I said, I'm well aware of what took place. I'm well aware. You know what I'm saying? I've read several, well, not several. I've read the Frederick Douglass and I've read a couple other books. But the thing is, that's the shit we should be seeking. Like, you talk about all this other stuff. Why hadn't, I can't even think, I forgot her name now. Look, the drink done got me. Madam C.J. Walker. Black millionaire. Back when motherfuckers was talking about, like, way back, not even in the 60s. We talking about way back. Was it early 1900s? Maybe before that. I gotta get the exact dates. Like I said, it's been a while since I've read up on it, but shit, you know what I mean? Like, why are we not looking at that shit instead of focusing on the slave? Like, we know what happened in the slave days, man. So I don't get into that. You say a lot, just talk about sex to get people's attention, but don't want to be objectified. Exactly. Female comedians are not treated the same as male comedians. There aren't many good ones, mainly because of the tough crowds and the fact that women have more pressure to be more entertaining than men. Fox comedian can do everything. Yeah, Jamie Foxx is a beast. Like, he's one of the coldest. I don't know if y'all, like, we talked about that one. That was one of the first. Well, it wasn't a live Kush Den, but it was a Kush Den video. And that's what I got to get back to doing some videos on the Kush Den, like recordings. I need to do some recordings on the damn sauce too. Not everything Gucci, so I'm gonna drop some recordings tomorrow. Wake up extra early, get it in. And but you're not lying. But the thing is, I agree, man. With a lot of women, you do have a lot of sex talk, like a Cartman say, "My vagina." But they do. I mean, it's unfortunate, but a lot of women are put in a position where that's the thing they value the most. Like, don't get me wrong. I am a fan of my penis. I love my dick. I don't want it to go anywhere. I want it to stay with me for life. I have no problems with it. He's my best friend. But that's not I don't feel like that's my best asset. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like, the motherfucker got away. I don't feel like it's the only thing I have to talk about. With women, I feel like that is the primary thing. They don't, like, I'm trying to think who was the Asian chick. I actually liked her stand up. No, not Margaret Cho. What's the other one? Amy Wong, I think. Amy Wong. I think I actually liked her stand up. But when I go back and think about it again, it was mainly talking about her fucking a bunch of dudes and fucking. That's all it was. Basically fucking and fucking. You know, like, dudes can tell fucking jokes, but then they can tell jokes about, like, just random little stupid shit, and it's funny. Now, that's why Dave Chappelle is just on another level. Dave can talk about just off the wall shit, you know what I'm saying, and it's fucking funny, you know. Motherfucker talk about the motherfucker with the banana and shit, like. And then the dude, y'all know, like, I don't know if y'all saw them last couple of stand-ups Dave did on Netflix, But the dude in the one where he was talking about the guy threw a banana at him, that dude is trying to sue him now. Because basically he's saying that Dave's bodyguard roughed him up or some shit. But here's the thing, like Dave didn't press charges on him. So I guess they, people are saying, well, why didn't he press charges? Or he didn't press charges because the bodyguard roughed the guy up and they would have had to talk about that and that would have been another fucking issue. I don't know. I mean, who cares? The dude should just be happy shit. He did some stupid shit and he fucking didn't get charges pressed on him. But now he's trying to come back and sue because he probably know Dave got that bread now. And he talking about it wasn't for no racist shit. He had just finished eating a banana, so he wanted to throw it because Dave said so. I don't know. But you throw a banana at me, we going to have some problems, man. Like, we going to have some issues. Now, you throw it nearby, if we don't make contact, we're going to talk about your bad aim and shit. But once it gets physical, you physically accosted me, we going to have some problems, baby. We might have some problems if it get too close. You know what I'm saying? We need to keep a barrier, a halo, a banana halo. You get too close, it's going to be some shit. But, yeah, man. I think I'm actually I won't say a big fan of stand-up comics, but I watch probably more stand-up comedy than anything else. Because, I mean, I feel like comedy is the last safe house for speech, for free speech. Because everywhere else is getting, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that. But even in comedy now, it's getting to a point you can't say where they feel like, oh, you can't say this and can't say that without getting lambasted. That's why I like Dave, because shit, he was talking about trannies and all that other shit, and I guess that's offensive. And he was calling people faggots and shit like that. Like, when's the last time you heard a comedian say faggot? Like, it's been a while because of all the PC shit, all the shit that is what it is now. And what am I doing with that shit? You can't say shit. You're not allowed to say shit. Man, I'd rather people be free. I think people should be allowed to say whatever the fuck they want to, honestly. And that way you know how to deal with people. Exactly. But boy, you'd be surprised how many people get offended by a stand-up. I remember when, damn, I can't remember his fucking name. Fucking comedian. Arnez J. Arnez J came to the city a few months back. My old lady went and seen that shit. And and he wasn't lying. He said he had a part of the shit where he was like, he was like, at the end of the show, he started kind of just ranking on people a little bit, or he was just telling jokes and some other shit. But he's like, yeah, everybody thinks shit funny till I start talking about them. So people love laughing at everybody else. But then the motherfucker start talking about your ass, people can't fucking handle that shit. And so, the thing is that, yeah, man, like I say, so he started going in, and it was funny because it was a chick, rude ass bitch, big fat bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of did some shit with the seat where we got. Just like, man, wasn't nobody trying to sit by you no way. Your ass probably need both these motherfucking seats to sit down. But she was just cackling and laughing, and everything was funny, and everything was hilarious until he started cracking some motherfucking fat jokes. And her face changed up. She was looking scared, like he's finna get on her motherfucking ass. Like, you see people, but you see when motherfuckers get offended when the faces change. I'm like, if you can't laugh at yourself, how do you feel like you got the right to laugh at anybody? I learned to laugh at myself first. I know I fuck up. I know I make mistakes. I know I do dumb shit. I know I have flaws. And so now that I know that shit and I ain't tripping on that shit, I'm not tripping on nobody else trying to trip on that shit. We go cap, we gonna clown. As long as you ain't trying to get too off the wall, we gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? But if you go into a comedy show and you get offended, yeah, you deserve every offense you get. But another comedian I like a lot, And I ain't listened to the podcast in a while. Bill Burr. Bill Burr is funny as shit to me. I like his perspective. He's a funny dude. But the thing is about being a good comedian is being able to be, you got to be observant. Like it's comedy is mainly about observations and just noticing things that are different. Because I talk to y'all all the time, man. Anything awkward is funny, even if it's slightly awkward or it's extremely awkward. That's what comedy is. That's what funny is. That's why we laugh at people when they fall, because we're used to people being upright, walking straight. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker bust his ass. That's not normal. So it's funny, especially depending on the manner in which they fall. You know, a joke puts you in a mental situation of something awkward. It makes you think about something that don't make sense, or isn't quite normal, and you laugh at that shit. It's the awkwardness. Awkward things are what we laugh at. So motherfuckers getting offended because they got a little bit of awkwardness and they mad and they upset, man, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to laugh. I'm here to enjoy myself, man. So, oh shit, fucking phone system update. What the fuck is this? How much juice I got? It's gonna be died on me and shit. But yeah, exactly. Look, we're gonna have the garage. The garage gonna be ready. I'm telling you, the garage gonna go down, man. We're gonna have that whole set up for tomorrow. I'll be live. Oh shit, I'm tripping. Okay, I got the I forgot I'm looking at the wrong chat. There we go. Alright. Make sure I can see the real shit. Because the other one wouldn't give me what I need. I don't even use fag as a homophobic term. Louis C.K. said it best. We didn't call someone faggots. They gave it called faggots. They're being a fag. Yeah, pretty much, dog. Like, when I say faggot, I don't even think of gay. Like, fag, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember especially being in high school, man. Motherfuckers used to call motherfuckers fags out there. They could be being a fucking faggot. But here's the thing, though, man. What's the motherfucker? Oh, you was fucking with that Fortnite? Man, I'm so in such a good mood from all this other shit. Like, we might fuck around and have a Fortnite Friday or something. You know what I'm saying? Try to see if we can get the nation together and run get a couple of runs on the Fortnite action. We'll see what's shaking. What do you play on, Jay Bird? You know, like I say, because honestly, and in reality, like I say, man, yeah, I don't care about the gays. As a matter of fact, so I've heard gay people call each other faggot. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's the PS4. One day I'm gonna join that PS4 gang, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. I might, cause y'all got, like, that's the only thing I can't lie. The PS4 got some fucking. It's got some exclusive, like, honestly, I usually game one deep, so I like good stories. I like good games like that. I've been hearing a lot about that Last of Us, and I know that Part 2 coming out and some other things. So I definitely, there's definitely a couple of games I'd fuck with on the PS, man. But we're going to make this shit shake. Oh, man. We're going to see. We're gonna try to do some kind of actual, but it's some way that you can cross-platform, but I don't know. I know, like, I think with the PC in the box, we were trying to get it going. We just couldn't get it set up right because it was me, Persuasion, and Man Things. And Man Things was on a PC, and we were trying to get the game going, but for some reason it would never work. But then me and I want to say White Persuasion we both on Xbox, and then we ran a game of that shit. It was cool. No, it was all right. Uncharted, yeah, I can't lie. I played, I want to say I beat 1 and 2. That was on the 3, I believe, when they was at the PS3. Whichever one, the ones that was on PS3, I beat both of those. As a matter of fact, or I might have did I beat 2? Because I had a PS3 and I remember I sold that bitch. And I want to say it was Uncharted 2 that I had on that bitch. I don't remember if I beat that bitch or not. I know I started playing that, or at least. Uncharted is a dope ass game. That bitch is live. I can't lie. That bitch live at 5. I fuck with that. I'd fuck with a PlayStation just for the Uncharted. But I heard the new Uncharted, like, don't even got old boy in it. It's like some chicks or some shit like that. Let me see something. Let me see something real quick. Let me run up on somebody real quick. Start giggling. Crazy senior citizens. That boy really did a motherfucking fool, man. My mind playing tricks on you. See, let me see. Yeah, usually it don't show the things in this chat. I must have a thing unclicked to where it says a bit of coke. I feel like I'm the one that's doing dope. Nervous. I'm in service. Well, it seems like everything else got saved, but for some reason that shit ain't saved. Having fatal thoughts of suicide. Oh, wit. And that's bullshit. My son to look after. Then my son will be a blaster. Oh, man. Look, see, Brandon cheated, man. He cheated. And that's what that was. Yeah, chick dropped a new word today by telling me her interaction from a different driver. She said that her father used that word a lot. I'm trying to make her dad. I feel you. I feel you, man. That's fucking funny. So here's my thing. Let's talk about the N word for a little bit while we continue to get this sip on. How do y'all feel? I mean, or even like I said, I'm not sure what everybody is. I'm sure it's folks of different races and things. But how do you perceive, like, because I was looking at something, and I guess there's some type of Asian rapper beef. And I guess nowadays you just put some tattoos and things on your face, then you can be a rapper now. Cause it's I forgot what the fucking dude's name is. Something like I can't think of the shit. I can't think of their names. Now, one of them was like he was Trunks, an Asian rapper called Trunks, I think. And then what's the other motherfucker's name? That's why I was like, I have like, I don't want to say I have mixed feelings on the word nigga. You know what I mean? Because I honestly feel like it's got so diluted because you got Asians, you got whites, you got Mexicans. I know Mexicans use it more than black people. Shit. Chila nigga. But I've heard Mexicans say that it's not nigga, it's nika. Nika, like with the C's or however you choose to spell it. And then, you know, then I've heard like the Asians, what is supposed to be like chiggas or something like that, you know, or something like that. I mean, just like, I don't, you feel attacked. Why you say that? But I'm just I find all that shit interesting how the word has gotten adopted by pretty much everybody. You know, everybody fucking uses it. But again, I think that, let's just be realistic. You know, we can get offended by anybody using it, or you can check the connotation and you can say, okay, I know this motherfucker here don't mean no harm. He ain't trying to insult. He just trying to be a part of the culture, as opposed to a motherfucker, you dirty nigger, you know. And then what you mean about you is sticky. Say I don't have a problem with the Mexicans saying the N-word. I mean, my thing is, you gotta just, I don't say you have to accept anything, you know, but my shit is like this. You know the difference between somebody who's trying to insult you and you know somebody who feels as though they're a part of the culture. And that's the way I look at it. Now, there's certain motherfuckers who feel like they're a part of a culture who are not. And you just kind of got to, you know. But then again, you kind of like, what is that, a double standard? Or is that fair? Or you know what I mean? I just, like I said, at this point, like I said, because I try to minimize the shit that, I mean, I don't find myself just getting mad at dumb shit. And so if a motherfucker, like I said, I got Mexican partners that grew up around nothing but niggas, you know what I'm saying? And so I guess at some point, you just get it. When I know a motherfucker ain't trying to be insulting to me, I'm aware of that, then I ain't finna trip on that shit, man. Selma Blair. So I'm not gonna say it depends on what type of person, what type of Mexican, and what type of N-word, you know. I know people be like, "Oh, it doesn't matter if it's the A or the ER." Man, this is true, because I've heard motherfuckers who try to who you they be using the A, and then you make them mad, it turn into an ER on you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, you just take the risk of doing that because you understand the history behind the word, and people are aware. But some people just want to be down, you know what I'm saying? And that's just all it is. They think they being down by saying that shit. Now that's one thing I can't say Roscoe Dive. I've done a lot of shit. A lot of wild shit, off the wall shit. Being called a nigga in the bedroom is not been one. Maybe I ain't been fucking with enough white girls, but I don't think I ever I'm gonna have to think about that one. I don't recall it ever happening because I'm sure I'd have been like, oh, little bitch, what the fuck? But then personally, if I'm beating the fucking shit out your fucking pussy, I probably don't give a fuck because I ain't thinking about it. Probably wasn't paying no motherfucking attention, depending on what it was, if it was, but I doubt it. I don't think so. I'm sitting here trying to think. No, I don't think so. No, I can't say that I have. That's an interesting one. So does that how does that enhance the experience for you? Hold it down. I mean, does that? Y'all know what I like? Honestly. And I think she mad that she probably ain't fucking with us no more. She got mad because Jay Dizzle was a man of his word and said that he was gonna hit her with the block button. But Heidi, I liked her more when she got mad. Like, she's cool. Like, she was cool. She's always cool. Like, they're always very insightful, all this kind of shit. But when she got mad and fired up, I find that fucking interesting. Like, I think I like angry women. I get a gold scar. Okay. That's a bit. I don't know. I think she was. She was talking about fuck yous and all this. I never seen her use that type of terminology. She was mad. I think she was. I don't know. I like that shit. I like that feisty shit. Shit. Nah, she ain't. She ain't been back since that day. It was a couple of days ago. Well, I mean, we ain't have a den, yesterday, because I was out of there, dog. I was out of there yesterday. Did we have a den the day before that? I don't think we did. I don't think we had one this week. I don't think we had one since Sunday. So, okay, yeah, bet that. I need to see them shits. But I mean, like, cause I'm thinking about it. So it's like, would that make you want to bust a bitch up more? Like, I mean, if a bitch call you nigga, like, are you trying to take that anger out on the pussy? Like, that's what I'm curious about. Because, like I said, I've had angry sex. I think that might be my favorite sex. Like, be mad and then, and engage the scenario. Like I said, I can think of plenty of times my old lady, the one that passed away a while back, be fussing and fighting and none of that. Next thing you know, we fucking. Just because did everything all good and we back bad again and do it all over again. It just is what it is, man. You know, uh, it just is what it is. Like I think I like angry women. Oh, my fault. See, I ain't even. Look, I done missed a fight. She might be, but again, hopefully she'll come to her senses and get back in the den. She just got heated over a little nothing. It wasn't nothing major, you know. But if not, we wish her well. Up the screen. But she was cool though, because she sent me a thing and gave me some soccer games. She actually took the time to write a whole little soccer instructional thing. Like she gave me soccer, so I will always appreciate Heidi for that. So that's what's medical doctor. She might not be lurking. I had to have a conversation with the medical doctor, man, about some things, and I don't know. She might. I mean, she might. Who knows? She may. Maybe she fuck with it later. Maybe she just not fucking with it live. But I don't know. Matter of fact, I ain't talked to her in a while since I had that last conversation. My whole thing is, that whole thing is just my deal is. I don't really ask people for a lot. I don't think. That's why it was real strange for me to get out of that this evening and then, put in the whole little situation. And so it was something that I needed or that I wanted for the den. And a little simple something. And the medical doctor had access to someone who could have made that shake for me for what I was looking for. And simple shit. I mean, simple shit, simple stuff. And so I'm doing other things and never got around to it. But like I say, a simple thing. But she was sending me some other little goofy stuff, and it's just like, how can you send me the goofy stuff, memes and all this other shit, but you can't take care of the one like little simple thing that I like, something that you're gonna be doing anyway. Just tweak this for me and take care of that. And it just never got done. And so I was just like, look, man, I appreciate the memes and things. Well, no, they weren't even cool because they wasn't about nothing. And so I was just like, shit, look, I fuck with you. You're my partner, but I don't want shit to do with these fucking memes. Don't send me these stupid fucking memes. You can't do the other thing that I ask you. If you go, like, my thing is, like, I have no problem with nobody saying no. If I ask you something, like, nah, I don't want to do that. Cool, fine and dandy. But don't be like, oh, yeah, I got you. And then I'm like, well, what's up with that? You doing the goofy stuff. You know what I'm saying? She cool, but look, hey, let's keep it simple, man. Like, just take care of this simple task for me. But, it is what it is. So, I got no complaints about that. But my thing is, like I say, it's just that. I mean, shit, you more than welcome. Like I say, and the thing is, I didn't even say like, don't fuck with the Kush den or that no more. She just took it from that way. I was like, look, the meme shit is cool, whatever, but if that's the case, then you just step back and be entertained. I'm treat you like everybody else. Like, don't feel like you getting some special privileges just because I'm familiar with you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just my thing. Yeah, Heidi cool. Yeah, she got it. But I mean, Heidi got a temper because she ain't got that action yet. She need that action. She waiting on the man to fulfill the plan so she could take it to that next level. the night need to come along so that way he had to get all that pent up stress out. Because I mean, shit, if you saving yourself as she says she is, and you trying to away from marriage, I mean, shit, you got a whole pent up situation that you gonna have to take care of there. Yes, yes. She was angry. I believe she felt her honor was. Maybe she was insulted. Well, like I said, it wasn't no big deal. This was jokes, you know. But again, like I say, if anybody want to come back using the poop hole loophole, that could be the case, man. At least she was talking about anal bleaching. So that's very interesting. Was talking about anal bleaching, so it could be some poop hole loophole action going on. Gots to be careful. Gots to be careful. But like I say, any of them, when they come back around, ain't no hard feeling. I don't feel no particular. I ain't mad at nobody. So, but yeah, we're gonna have to step it up. We're gonna have to. I gotta get back on the mission and get some more females back in the den. Gotta get some more females back in the den. So we got to figure out how we can finesse that. Because like the last little shit I was doing was a little spammy. That shit got blocked and banned with the quickness. Argentinians, I've never had that experience, but I believe it. I believe anything with the South American shit in it. Excuse me. So we were talking about comedians earlier. We won't talk about the ladies who loved us and left us in the den. I think it was the stream from Sunday, because I want to say Sunday was the last den that we did, and then they don't believe it. Mexicans are freaking bad. Man, I didn't fuck with some Mexicans before. They done some wild shit. Yeah, so it was Sunday then. Yeah, so it would have been Sunday because Jay Dizzle first got the mod action on Sunday. But he told her before that when he was going to be a mod, he was going to do that shit. Yeah, that's all it is, Man, who in here fucks with the Black Mirror? Black Mirror, like I said, I don't really get into TV shows a lot. And I'm not saying that it's just I'm not saying it's an excellent show. Like, I'm not putting it up there with The Wire and Breaking Bad. But it's a damn good show. You know what I mean? And the reason I like it, because there's no continuity. I mean, it's just every episode is its own thing. Except for that one song that they sing in every fucking show. Da-da-da. The rainbows be coming out of here. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's all it is. She hadn't had that proper experience yet. And when she does, she'll be all right. Yeah, she'll be all right. That's what I'm saying, Brian. Great minds, man. Great minds. But that fucking Black Mirror, man, it's dope. Like I say, I'm almost done. I got a couple of episodes. You know what I'm saying? Have you watched all of them, Jay Bird? Not just the south side of H-Town. You got to peep game. Texas from the side. From the side. Atlanta, Georgia from the side. That's why we doing it on south side. Yeah, watched all. Say the first episode with the pig. Oh yeah, that one. The thing about Black Mirror, it's interesting because I think most episodes slightly make you question your morals. And so you like, some of them are just little plot twists at the end. Some of them make you question your morals. So you're like, what would you do in this situation? So there's some interesting ones. See, I mean, for the most part, I'm trying to think if there's the one I didn't. Here's the thing. I won't say like every episode had something in it that I found interesting. I won't say that every story was good because the one I didn't really care for was like that Juniper or Junipo, whatever it was. But that one was the concept was interesting, but the story itself to me wasn't all that good. But for the most part, most of the episodes have been pretty good. Except for the one I just seen last night, that bitch had a happy ending. Like, what the fuck? When does Black Mirror have happy endings and shit? But yeah, like I say, just the concepts. It makes you think about technology. I like how they incorporate technology in every episode. The thing about the technology is that it's feasible. So, oh, buddy, spending 15 mil on some shit. What? What was that? That was the one. What episode was that? I don't think I seen that one. No, I might have missed that if that was the case. 15 million on a chick, that ain't gonna happen, partner. Am I missing fights? What's going on? Oh, okay. You called me out, Jay Bird. Hold on, man. I ain't paying no attention. Oh, yeah. The 15 million merits. Yeah. I forgot about that one. I ain't forget about it, but I'm thinking like 15 million. Yeah, he spent 15 million merits on that bitch, and then they made her. Well, I ain't even gonna talk about it. I'm not even gonna talk about it. And even talking about the 15 million, that's already. Y'all, that one. That was an interesting fucking episode. How it ended and everything, but okay, look, I ain't never scared. Yeah, she got hit with the okie doke. She thought she was gonna be. She went in there with to vocalize. She was vocalizing all right. They put her in the vocalization situation. All right, cool. Oh shit. But yeah, they the okey doke stroke and poke. That shit there. Yeah, man. See, look. Jay Bird tried to run up on me, man, on the slick. He wasn't ready, man. Look, when the smoke clears. What was that? When the smoke clears, 66, 61 or something like that. Fucking that 3-6 Mafia. Metalhead. I call it a dog, even though it's like it's just because it's like a metal fucking. It looks like a dog, in my opinion. It could be a fucking metal rat or whatever. Just because I just call it a dog because it was just tracking and doing all that shit like a fucking dog, but it was metal. But yeah, it's called Metalhead. It's crazy. But Metalhead is something it's something that's happening now. I'm not saying that the robots are out killing people, but it's something that will be happening in the very near future. People are going to be protecting their shit with some fucking... Because those kind of robots almost exist now. Not saying as crazy as if... that episode was crazy, though. Because that little thing did some shit that was just like, hold up. That shit would fuck me up. But yeah, Metalhead, you got to check that one out. That was crazy. I'm saying, like, yeah, all that. Drones, fucking... all this fucking technology, man, as cool as it is as bad as it is. Like, they was talking about the facial recognition shit at like Yankee Stadium or something. Excuse me. Heidi got angry because when Jay Dizzle became a mod, he put her in timeout because he said he would. Like, the week before, he said he was like, well, I can't wait till I become a mod. I'm going to put you in timeout or something like that. And he did it, and so she was mad. She was fussing and cussing and all. Oh yeah, you ain't lying about the phone action, man. That's why, even though as much as I use it, I don't say I just leave my phone anywhere, but I leave it at the house. I leave it in the Saw Sports studio. And I move around without it. Like I'm trying to get to a point where I can detach, not just be all, looking at it at any time and shit. But you got that bitch on you. You basically, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker want to find you, government entity, regular person, anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what we supposed to be talking about on one of the next Kush Den. I know you asked about the Kush Den, but that's what man thinks he's talking about. You know, he was gonna be doing a new rebuild on a PC. His PC had crashed out on him, and so he's gonna once he gets that rebuilt, you know, like I said, give me some time to get some things in order, and then we gonna go from there. No, she ain't. I don't. What's up, Justin? What's the motherfucking deal? I think that they was playing around or something from like the week before. She was just talking some trash. You know, how to be talking that shit. It'd be funny. And so he just told her, okay, wait till, you know, I become a bot, I'm going to do whatever. And then he did it. And I guess she got mad. No, not guess. She got feisty. But that's the thing. She talks about how she takes it, but she's really, really funny. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, because she said she's a very serious person. She said that, but like she's so. I mean, she's funny. I mean, like if she might have been a stand-up female comedian, then she might actually be one of the entertaining ones. But she said some of the funniest shit. Like even in the sports shit, she say some funny shit. This game is solid. It's like I say, so she's very entertaining. But you know, there's nothing to get that mad over. You know, I don't understand that. So. And hopefully, like I say, she'll calm down and say, but I don't know, man. You know, they say them Latin women's, she got what she said, some Argentine and some German. I don't know what the German, I thought the Germans were all nice. So the German side must not be kicking over. It's the Latina, that spicy Latina. It's then took over. She done got feisty and spicy on us. Yeah, already with the facial recognition. Yeah, that shit crazy. That fucking, the facial recognition, the little emoji shit on that iPhone. That's what people don't realize. Like, you realize this shit fucking, yeah. I'll say, but I don't know what it was. Like I said, I don't know what they had going on. But I don't even think it was nothing major. I think Jay just was just fucking with her just because. I don't even think it wasn't nothing that serious. He was just like, but I see I would do it just because, just to fuck with her. I have a Note 8. Yeah, that bitch there is cool. I know I ain't maximizing the potential of it. I don't use my phone like I need to. I need to fucking go harder on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? No, not gonna do that. Not gonna go. Not good with the phone. Android gang all the way. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I don't care for iPhones is because, you know, unless you go out and jailbreak that bitch, you know what I'm saying, you have limited, I won't say limited functionality. Of course, you have all the features and things, but you do have limitations. And so, it is what it is. Nah, damn all that shit. iPhone out there stealing, copying technology. The only thing that iPhone does better than I would say Samsung, or what sets them apart from competition is pictures. And that's it. Outside of that, I don't care about it. Pictures, that's it. Like I don't even be taking pictures like that. Honestly, taking pictures of Scotty or putting little videos of Scotty, that's about the most I fucking take pictures of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Heidi should just make another account if Jay's time. But she timed her out, but I mean, she came right back. Cause she came back and that motherfucker cussing and fussing and doing all that other shit. But that way, if she timed her out and have one, she could just switch up to it, come back in and talk shit. I can understand that. I can understand that. Oh, shit. System has updated. Okay, I don't care about that. You started now, you're going to make a call 15-8. Oh, word? Oh, that's dope. Okay. Background limits, okay. So I'm upgrading to Android 8.0 Oreo. It's going down. I'm finna get these Oreo cookies. Apparently picture in the apps and shit. Well, man, I don't know if I'm gonna get on the Twitch action tonight. I'll probably call it a wrap here in a little bit. I actually got up early, slept good today. You know, call it a wrap. I'm relieved, and but I'll definitely be on that bitch. I might get some daytime action tomorrow if I get some time. I don't know. I might be pretty busy tomorrow actually. But next time we get a chance to get on that bitch, I gotta decide if I need to. I want to finish Shadow of War. I kind of want to finish Shadow of War, but then again, I kind of don't. Cause like I had that bitch. Like I'm on like the last fucking. Like, I don't know if y'all ever played that shit, but you got to, like, do a bunch of sieges and a bunch of shit. Like, at first, you play the game. It's like 3 phases to the game. Like, the first little shit, you do one thing. The second little shit is kind of dope. I can't lie. The second little shit is kind of dope. You do something a little bit different. Then, like, the third phase, you got to fucking, like, conquer all these castles back and forth. And it's a bunch of grind. You got to do a bunch of dumb shit and do a bunch of sieges. You got to take over a bunch of castles and all these places. It's a bunch of shit. And honestly, like I got to the point where I think I got like 1 castle left actually. And that's it. That was it. Ron Bomb, that's first. I've never seen that one. That's hilarious. I don't know. But I had to play through the Uncharted collection. I'm telling you, I get to see, like, when I be on, like, solo adventures, I be like, creating a new story with the shit. Motherfuckers be talking, I be talking to the characters, telling about all little story and shit. So, yeah, we gonna do that one day. On them little adventure games, I be on some other shit. I be talking shit on them hoes, too. Fucking horse. But that Shadow of War, they're talking about how they're gonna get rid of the microtransactions in fucking July. So it makes me curious. What took them 10 months to realize that they say, oh, that you're not getting because the thing that I like about the whole Middle Earth, Mordor, whatever the shit is called, because I got the Shadow of Mordor and then the Shadow of War is the second one. The Nemesis system is the greatest thing in video games. Because what that is like, you know, when you out there doing all kind of shit, you know, you going through the game or whatever. So say you get killed, the orc or whoever it is that kills you, they get an upgrade, right? So they could be like a regular ass orc. If they kill you, then they get upgraded to like a captain or some shit like that, and they get stronger and whatever. And they be talking shit. When I say that's what I like so much about Shadow Wars. Like, you could be on a mission, like say you might be targeting another motherfucker, so you traversing the landscape trying to go get at this motherfucker, and then like just in the middle of nowhere, nigga run up on you, dog. Like, you have no idea. You could be on a fucking rooftop, motherfucker run up on you. He's like, oh yeah, I know you were looking for me, or I've been looking for you, or you killed my brother, or something like. It is just the way these motherfuckers be bumping their gums. That's what makes the shit so like that's what makes the shit so enjoyable. Like, them motherfuckers be talking trash. Cause like I say, the first one, like, you would find people, they would kind of come get you, you get revenge and shit. But in this second one, they fucking, I mean, them motherfuckers will, like, you'll be just on your way to, I know it, get your ass knocked over, motherfuckers start talking shit, and you got to get to fighting. Yeah, no microtransactions. Yeah, that is the truth. That's what I say. But it's like, I think these publishers starting to realize that people overall, I don't think they like this shit. Like, now I've heard, you know, multiple angles, and some people are like, well, you know, hey, I work, I don't got time to sit here and grind out a whole fucking you know, 4 or 5 hours a day trying to get to some shit. Oh, pardon me. And man, pretty soon they gonna have it where you can just, well, they already got the facial scan shit for the most part. They gonna have a way, pretty soon they could just be having it where you put yourself in the damn games. You're gonna be able to play as yourself and everything. The shit I want to get on hopefully soon, is that fucking Far Cry 5. That's something I've been waiting to come out for a while. That is out. Once I get these other things taken care of and in order, and then shit. Once everything else taken care of, that'll be a move. So they got the facial scan for FIFA and 2K. Man, the original 2K, my people used to fuck with me. It's back when I had a fade and shit. This was a long time ago. We talking about 2K on Dreamcast. And I got these high ass cheekbones, right? They used to have a fucking created character. And like, I guess like the little, the little pre-created guys or whatever. That motherfucker had the same fucking facial structure as I did. Like I was in the fucking game. It was a 2K. It wasn't even EA. I was in the game. VR game. I've never done that. I'm interested, but never done that. Matter of fact, I ain't never even used like the VR type shit on the phone, like where you put on the little glasses or whatever. Cause I know like the Oculus, I know that's one thing, but I know like, when people be wearing like putting their phone in and shit and looking in the little glasses and shit like that. Nah, it wasn't that day at the time. Shit. At that time it was about 2K. So you talk about almost 18 years ago, so They might not even been in the league then. They've been in the league how long? What, 13 years? 13, 14 years, I think. But I'm still I'm still trying to look. I need to give me a set of them little things to the little glass. I want to see what the VR porn look like, goddamn. Shit, I'm trying to take it to the next level. Shit. That's fucking funny. I need to figure out this. I'm trying to think of the last time I listened to 97.9 The Box. It's been a long fucking time. Oh, the Microsoft. Oh, you can go to the Microsoft store and do it? Oh, okay. That's cool. I'm going to check that out. I'll be afraid I'm a fucking. I was about to say, I have no idea what Jills are. Is that like Fortnite bitches? Kills. Say 2011. Okay. That's funny. You still haven't played the first Shadow game? Yeah. Are you talking about customizing your character on the Shadow War? They give you like little it's little things that you get as you play the game, little coats and little things like that you can upgrade. You can change some little looks, but you can't really do too much. But they have different looks for them as you elevate and you kill motherfucking captains and shit and do different shit. And that always dope because you can just do little shit like you get a choice if you want to kill a motherfucker, if you want to fight him to the death, if you want to possess him, or all kind of little off the wall shit. Shadow War is real interesting because, like I said, you can. There's a point where, like, you can recruit the motherfuckers on your side, and what'll happen is, like, say if them motherfuckers they get a certain level of power, if their rank outranks you or something like that, or they get too high of a rank, them motherfuckers will betray you. Even though they was fucking with you. Hold on, let me see the thing acting up a little bit. Let me see what's up. Why it look like it's tripping? Okay. Yeah. Don't start that shit. What's going on? Okay. But yeah, like motherfucker, see, he'll be like somebody who's on your side, and all of a sudden he'll be like, you know what? I'm stronger than you anyway. I mean, it's a whole bunch of shit. Like, and the way that it's designed is like, you'll never expect any of it. It's a little laggy. Yeah, that's what I see. I seen it was and it dropped off a little bit. Shit. God of War. No, I've never played God of War. Why did it retract that message? That's stupid. All you said was laggy, and it says message retracted. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the shit that killed me about YouTube, man. That's the shit that kills me about YouTube. Like, Laggy? What is laggy? What does that mean? How is that offensive? How is that retracted? I don't get it. That's craziness. Whoa. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I'm wondering. It's craziness. Yeah, because what'll happen sometimes, like, I don't really have no offensive words and none of my shit. And then I guess when they feel like something ain't right, they'll retract the statement. I hate that shit. You know, it's different. Like when you time somebody out, then I can go back and still look and see what the messages are. But when they say message retracted, it just fucking, you can't see shit. You know what I'm saying? The super chat donations, I get them, but I mean, of course not on this channel because it ain't eligible. But the thing about super chat is like, okay, so say if tonight, yeah, that could be the case. Like tonight, say if all that would have been done via the super chat as opposed to Streamlabs, right? Then what would happen is, one, YouTube, it wouldn't come not this month, not the 21st of this month, but it would be next month. So what's today? The 4th, or well, 5th now. But so it would have been the 4th. And March has, what is this, March or April? April 30th. So you have 26 days, 26 days, and then plus an additional 21, 22 days. Usually it'll be like the 21st, I think, that they do that. But it's somewhere after the 20th, 21st when they start releasing the funds. So a minimum of, what we say, 26 and then 21. So a minimum of 47 days before the super chats would come in. Like I said, and then on top of the super chats, YouTube takes out 30%. You know what I'm saying? Already. You getting it in. I'm looking at that. They say the new God of War is not like the old ones. They say it's like it's kind of different style to it, but I'm interested in it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, as I really start realizing what they do, like at first, I'm like, okay, they take 30%. I understand that. But I start thinking about it. And my thing is, if I could get people to kind of lean more that way, it would be cool. But I just know that people will find it easier to fuck with the super chat because the little button is right there, you know? So people see that. But my thing is, I look at it like this. It's not about, I don't think it's about me being greedy, but I think it's about, when people donate, they're expecting the creator to get what they're donating. You know, I'm sure they expect, little fees and here's stuff to get taken out of, but I don't think they realize that YouTube takes 30% of the shit. So it's like, it was a couple of times, I want to say last month or the month before February, I think it was, had some nice streams, like a couple of good Sundays and all that good action, So say you raised, I mean, it wasn't that much, but excuse me. Say you raised $300. Say you raised $300 via super chat. You're only getting $200 of that, and then again, you're waiting till the next month on at least the 21st. And so, I don't find that ideal. Google's a big company. I've used Google AdSense to do some digital marketing and things like that. And when you do that, you give them the money, they start taking that money out your shit right away. So how are they not, I don't understand how they're not able to pay people sooner. So that's why I prefer like Streamlabs, or even Patreon, honestly, if if it's going to be a monthly thing, because with the Patreon, they don't take out those type of fees. 30% is a good chunk, And so the thing that they treat donations, they treat super chat the same as your AdSense revenue that you would get from videos. Yeah, my videos on Saw Sports are monetized for the most part, but every time I release it, like even if it's a stream, before it ever gets out, before anything, like I honestly, like every video, I put a title on there, put my thumbnail and everything, I get the little yellow shit saying that this video is not suitable for advertising. It could be Rockets versus Blazers with the date on there, because I try different things. So like I try putting the pregame, I'll try just putting Rockets versus just to see if people respond to it like they're looking for highlights, or just, you know, I try different things. But no matter what that is, if I put Rockets or I put whatever, or Texans or whatever, the videos, they start off with the not suitable for all advertisers. Then usually like a day or two later they end up changing to green. But I mean, shit, you get your first, or you get your initial, you know what I'm saying, response to those videos in that first 24 hours. So shit, that's, you know, you're missing out on all that action. If the video is not suitable for all advertisers. I'm not a family-friendly channel. That's cool with me. I don't want to be. That's not what I want to fucking be. I want to be a situation where people can say whatever the fuck they want to. I want real, raw sports emotion when everything gets, I'll jump on that ball section. Like, that's what I want. I'm so glad the Kush line is activated right. I mean, not the Kush line. I'll be honest, like a couple of days I haven't been looking for a number for the Kush line, but I got to get back to that. Because that's the ultimate goal. It has to be the right number, because I think the Kush line will be dope. I think that shit gonna be, no pun intended. Even that, like, honestly, no pun. That's funny. The Kush line will be dope, but I wouldn't intend to do that. Yeah. Streamlab only takes out the like a little small processing fee. So they don't take out a big fucking chunk like, oh shit, we finna fight that dude Honcho might not want that. Oh, we won? Okay, cool. That's the thing. Streamlab doesn't take out anything. Like I said, it's just they take out whatever the processing fee is, and it's maybe a couple of cents or whatever it may be. It's not that much, you know. So with Streamlabs, you get the majority of your stuff, you know what I'm saying? And so, and then you get it, well, depending on how long you can let it sit there for a little bit, but depending on when you are ready to process it and withdraw it, you get it in a day or two, as opposed to, a month and a half or 3 weeks or however long it is, depending on when you get it. Because the way YouTube operates is they take all of what you make in a month. Okay, so that's your video revenue, if your videos are monetized, and your super chat stuff, and they combine that all in one, and they put that under AdSense, and they treat that super chat like it's AdSense money. And so they take 30% of that, along with whatever, like they take 30% of ads and stuff that appear on your videos, and then they they give you the rest. Everyone saying mixtape garbage. God damn, that's funny. But so, like I say, but the thing is, obviously, with it being YouTube's platform, of course, super chat's going to be the easiest thing to do. And then with the super chats, you get kind of more recognition, because you like say, like if you donate, you get the little thing at the top. So that's why I started I implemented the little ticker with the Streamlabs donations, because I want people to get their recognition for that too, not just the super chats. Like I say, because I appreciate everything, man. Like sincerely, like, and I don't want anybody to feel I want people to know that I appreciate that. So, but then at the same time, like I say, I feel I get conflicted, because I don't try to like say, oh, well, hey, if you donate to me here, so that's why I kind of cut the super chat off on the other one. But so people kind of understand, like, and see what's going on, and then they figure it out. Because the super chat is, I'm not saying it's a scam. It's a good deal. It's an avenue for people to eat, but 30% is a lot. You know what I'm saying? 30% is a lot, man. And so it is a significant number. And like I say, my thing at least would be like, if YouTube is taking 30% of a super chat donation, so say somebody donates, like we had somebody donate 50 in the sauce. If you donate 50 through super chat, okay, they're taking about $17 out of that, something like that, $16 out of that. And shit, that's the price of a couple of YouTube Red memberships. Shit, if you taking that much out of somebody's shit, out of their donation that they're donating to a creator that they like watching, then you should like you should reward them YouTube with like a YouTube Red membership or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. You got that tighten. Look, let me see, make sure I got all the levels right. I might need to add some more levels. Let me see how far y'all is. Y'all powering up over there. I'm a little too I'm low to the earth. People feelings get hurt once they figure out what I'm worth. What am I looking for? It's off in my mind. Okay, yeah. I still got a few more levels. Okay. All right. Yeah. Exactly. And that's why a lot of these companies that have come into the field, you know, it's a lot of different side companies. So I have to learn about some of these other third parties, but you know, I look at other creators and kind of see what they're doing, and you know, and get advice, or I watch videos. I watch a lot of stuff about, you know, how to improve and things like that. And so some of the stuff they're talking about, you know, because especially with YouTube changing the game up the way they did, you know, the 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours, that's not an easy thing to do. That takes a significant amount of work and effort. You know what I mean? Unless you just hit some shit that just goes super viral. It's going to take a while for that to happen. Now, I understand their thing is, you know, they wanted to clean up a bunch of channels that were kind of beating the system. But if that's the case, you just got to figure out how to do that, but not punish everybody because a couple of channels were able to do that. So I don't know what to tell them. I don't know. They figured it out, but as we see, and it's unfortunate, you know, those policies led to people dying because of that crazy bitch shooting motherfuckers. That's crazy, man. Like, because that's what she was mad about, not being monetized anymore for her crazy videos. She's talking about YouTube suppressing her viewers and things like that. I do believe that, like, YouTube is suppressing people from what they want to see. They do alter a lot of shit. The algorithm. You know, I hate the fact that, you know, they're trying to stop everything that has anything to do with guns. Like, what they're fucking up, what they're fucking up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That gun-free zone. Yeah, they took all the sauce. See, look. She couldn't have out of my sauce. She was crazy. She looked like she had some big old titties though, but that bitch was cuckoo. You could tell she was cuckoo, just the shit she was doing. And not saying big old titties justify anything, but they're just stating a fact. Oh, YouTube is a very, very liberal company. Google, liberal, YouTube, all that shit. Like, Google has an alarm system, you know, when you check into their building, and if you're a known conservative, everybody, exactly. That boy, that motherfucker there is a beast. That boy is a beast. But the thing is, they have like an alarm system, like an internal alarm system. Like, not that the whole building is going to go off, but you know, you got to check your ID in or whatever when you get there. And if you're a known conservative and shit like that, they will make an issue out of the shit. Like, I forgot who they were talking about. I went up there and they basically found out, like, once he checked into the building, like, I forgot what he was there for. But then they went and they was like, I mean, he had a legitimate reason to be there. I think he had an appointment, everything, or whoever he was there to see, whatever it was. And they came and asked, they removed him because he's a conservative. That's the only thing that he was. I was like, wow, that's craziness, dog. Like, I don't blindly subscribe to anything. But that shit, let me see. I don't know. Okay, I keep thinking it's the other boss. I be wanting to reward fucking sauce, but I can't do that shit. Say no real humans harmed. That's what I'm saying. I'm curious because I haven't heard anything about the people who were like, the stories keep conflicting, and it's just so much shit. No, it was a boyfriend. She was going to kill a boyfriend, and she was going because she was mad about, you know, YouTube situations. And some stories, you know, you ain't hear nothing about anybody dying. Other stories you heard, you know, 3 people died. Other story I heard people just injured. You know, she killed herself, or, you know, it's just like some of that shit is fucking crazy. Like, so I'm not too surprised, man. I can't be surprised by some of this shit because I honestly, you know, I don't know how far in depth that I mean, but it's some people, if they ain't clones, they some fucking zombies, man. Because it's some weird shit going on. There's some real shit going on out here in the world today, man. And you know what? That might be the case. Maybe a lot of these uber liberals are clones. You know what I'm saying? She's mentally she was cuckoo, but she said it because she talked about it like because even the family had called in and all that shit. They were basically saying that the fuck. Ain't no way I got 999 notifications on nothing. Um, I got a little bit of a different look to it. It seemed like it runs faster though, because the phone was acting like it was a little slower after that last update. This bitch feel like it's moving faster. Um, I see you, Android. I see you, Android. Damn, Honcho whooped us. But she was cuckoo. She was like a PETA lover. She was a liberal too, though. That's the funny thing. Because she was a liberal, and there's liberals killing liberals now. There's some people, man. It's some people out here who just don't make sense. Like you got a lot of these super liberals. Like I'm not knocking people. If you're a liberal, but you're reasonable, that's one thing. But you got some of these people who are just there's 50 genders and there's this and this, and they'll just fill your head full of this nonsense. There ain't no 50 genders. You got a dick, you got a penis. That's how you make babies. I mean, you got a dick and a penis, a dick and a vagina. Okay, you put them together, you make babies. Obviously, that's what works. That's how we all got here. Well, some of us. Not saying us, but some of the people on this planet are test tube babies, but it is what it is. But the thing is, if you don't got no other extra instrument, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got some tentacles hanging out of your shit, if you ain't got some motherfucking feathers flopping at you, you either a dude or a female, dog. Like, you can be a dude that likes wearing dresses or whatever. That's just what you are. If you are you could be a manly female. That's just what you are. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. How long does it usually take to get a weight ticket? Give me one quick second here. I'm gonna take care of something. I'm gonna throw this crow at. Yes, I'm married to my dude. I'm in love with my money. They're over the top trying to be outraged about any and everything in the most competitive age of treatment. Yeah, I mean, you ain't lying. Like, I don't understand it, man. Like, people, you don't got a fucking life as opposed to going out and just finding something to get mad about, you know? Gucci on that. The end will did whatever it did. You said Honcho said he was gonna snitch on you that you smoke it like he snitching dead by the man. Look, that nigga Honcho, he don't be coming through in the clutch on that Dead by Daylight like I need him to, man. Sometimes him and his partners be helping. That one time they helped, they chased old buddy down. You know what I'm saying? They was giving me the game. They was floating all over his head and shit. But half the time, them motherfuckers don't want to show me no love, man. Them motherfuckers be hating, sitting in the middle. I like the one place. I like how the fuck a bird just sitting in the middle of the floor, doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just making noise, snitching on motherfuckers as they passing by. Them birds be fucking hating, man. That survivor shit, like I don't know. That ain't for me. Like, I guess you want to be a team player. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I prefer the killer mode because then I get to get into the zone and get to stalking and hunting. That's what I can do. I'm coming for you. Look, where y'all motherfuckers at? But that running and shit, and then that fucking music and that shit just all over the place. That old little heartbeat noise and all that other shit. I don't like all that other shit. I don't like that survivor shit. That shit for the birds, man. I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit there, getting stabbed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker be right on your motherfucking ass. That shit there, I ain't got no time for that. Motherfucker be looking like he disappeared, sliding up on the motherfucker. Fucking Michael Myers. But that shit was fun. I did old gal bad, but she ain't do nothing but show me love. She kept coming through. No, what the fuck happened? What the fuck? What are you talking about? What is this thing doing? Create a channel to join it. What are you talking about? Oh my God. What the fuck is this? What happened? What is this page? Why is it gonna fucking... Give me just a second. Let me see what this thing is doing here. It's talking about create a channel. I'm on the fucking channel. What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking chat acting crazy. Let me see if it'll let me do it through the this shit here. Let them know. You might think I'm crazy. Never knew this type of love before. Outlast. I've never heard of it. Man, I was looking at motherfucker is moonwalking. Fucking man, I watched some of those, the Alan St. Clair's. Some of them hoes was funny. He's an interesting dude. Very interesting guy. A very, very interesting guy. I like those videos. I watched a couple of them. He had the one where he letting the hoes feel on his dick and shit. And they had to guess like what his ethnicity was, or would they date him just from feeling on his dick or some shit like that. That shit is funny. Look, that shit, I'm gonna have to go around the city, do some of them shits. Fortnite, I don't know what Outlast is, but Fortnite, I may see what's up, man, and maybe try to we might try to get a Fortnite Friday in. Like, I don't play it like that, but we may try to get a Fortnite Friday in, and then that way get some folks from the nation to get involved. I think that'll be cool. You just shut your fucking mind. You pip, and I'm down with TIP. But damn, I forgot what I was gonna check out. Oh, just some old hoe ass. That old Smirnoff screwdriver. Ain't no real screwdriver. I was finna look at something. I forgot what oh yeah. Because that fucking chat was tripping. Rap in. Never net. That's what's happening. Still ain't figured it out. Man, long live the pimp, man. You know what I'm saying? How does this Bad Bobby, like Bad Barbie and fucking 6ix9ine? That's not the shit I want to see on my fucking thing. I don't give a shit about that. What is a Bad? The BH. Is that Bad Baby? Or is that supposed to be Bad Barbie? I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Bad Baby, I guess. The complex that we carry. And let me get this chat action back. Oh, that's not what I want. I want this. Coronas are cool. Like I said, but I'm not a super beer person.